Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. Sunday NBA action. We've got Memphis at Portland. Brian, this is going to be my free play, and we're going to actually be looking at a total in this one. And as you know, we're taping on Thursday. There's 2 games on the Thursday night docket, right. And then Friday night everybody else gets back into it. From an extended NBA All-Star break, we talked. This is one of the longest, but I got to tell you, it's even longer for one of these 2 teams in here. Believe it or not, Memphis will be playing their first game since the All-Star break. Their last game will have been February 11th, and then they're going to be playing on Sunday, February 22nd. It's just a quirk in the scheduling. I don't know how they did it. And that sets up a couple things for me. First off, this Memphis team plays great defense to start with. And they're actually one of my teams that I think is going to go deep into the playoffs because the Western Conference is so offensive oriented, everybody, yep. That their style frustrates a lot of teams. They slow the game down. They make you work for baskets. They don't have the quick, they take away the transition baskets from you. And I think that the team that'll go deep, and coming off the All-Star break, we always talk about tired teams don't play defense. Rested teams, are going to play better defense. Well, you can't get any more rested than they are, but it might be too much rest.
More rusty than rest.
Right. So now you got a good defensive team that is not a super offensive team, and being off that long, I don't see a lot of scoring coming out of them. And I think we got a unique situation here as far as the under goes.
Looking at the side in this game, Memphis, Portland's been playing off and on. Lillard, I think he's got a little bit too many minutes. He's a little tired right now, so the break's probably good for him. But Memphis was on fire going into the break. They'd lost 2 games. One was by a single point, and then they really didn't show up the last game against Oklahoma City going into the break. When you're playing really well like that, the last thing you want is an All-Star break.
Right.
And Memphis, they started the season very well. They started to fade a little bit. Now they're playing really well again. Now they've got this long layoff, as you pointed out, and they don't have a lot of major scorers on that team. That's the one team in the West that can beat you with defense. So some good points you made there with the long layoff. I hadn't looked that far into the schedule, but that's something you always have to look at.
Absolutely. And to take it a little bit further, 13 of the last 16 games, Memphis has held the opponent to under 100 points. One of the 3 games that they didn't was the last game that you said where they melded in before the All-Star break. So this team does play great defense. I think it's going to be an outstanding spot, and I think that because just this, mystique and stigma of the West and higher scoring, the totals, they can't set it too low. They have ceiling. We always talk about ceilings, and their ceilings and basements as far as where totals are at. And I think we're going to get a number that's going to come out in the 190s somewhere. I'm seeing this one 188 points or less. As long as we're getting it, that the over-under's over 191, which I say to definitely be, we're a go for the under here. And we're going to go ahead and make it official. Take the under Sunday, Memphis, Portland. That's my free pick. And guys, since it's Sunday, I want to remind you, every Tuesday we have one capper at Wager Talk. You can get his best bet for $2. And these $2 plays the last few weeks been doing good in the crossover. You can check them out. Get somebody for $2 their best bet. A great way to introduce yourself to some of our handicappers. And guys, on Sunday, Tony Finn has a game if the number comes right. Now, we're looking on Thursday, so we can't officially say that it's going to be there, but he told me this morning he has a game on Sunday that he's looking at, and if he gets the number he's looking at, he's probably going to have a decent play on Sunday on a total. Check the site Sunday morning for confirmation, but I can tell you, Tony's been red hot with his totals. He's hit 9 straight plays involving over-unders. Check it out Sunday and see if it's a go at WagerTalk.com. All right, guys, that's it for the free picks this week. We'll be back next week. He's Bryan Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and good luck this week with all of your free plays.